In this video, we will be working on 5 ACT math questions. I wrote these questions myself, but I kind of took inspiration directly from past ACT tests. So they're pretty similar. The 5 questions that we're going to be working on today are pretty easy. They're more along like the algebra, geometry spectrum. So without further ado, here we go. Devin bought shoes at a price that was 1/3 off the original price of $96. He paid a sales tax of 9% on the discounted price and gave the clerk 4 $20 bills. How much change should he receive? So 4 $20 bills. That pretty much means that he paid the cashier $80, right? 4 times 20. And now we should see how much the price of the shoe was. And it'd be easier to find the price of the shoe before the 9% sales tax. So if 1/3 of the shoe, original price of the shoes was taken out, that means the price that he had to pay was 2/3 of the original price, which was 96. And so if you just do 2/3 times 96, and you can just put that in your calculator if you want, you're going to get $64. So that's how much you had to pay before any sales tax was added. And the way you're going to add sales tax, so let's say you have the 9% sales tax that we have, is you take the price of the shoes, in this case, before the tax, and you multiply it by 1.09. This is going to be the percent tax that is supposed to be added onto the product. So since we have a 9% sales tax, you multiply 64 by 1.09. I'm going to put that in my calculator real quick. And you're going to get the price of 69.76. So if Devin paid $80 and the cost of the shoe was 69.76, then he should be getting back $10.24. All right. Next one, 5x to the 4th times 4x to the 3rd is equivalent to, and there's a whole bunch of answers that it could be. This is an exponential rule type of problem, and these are honestly freebies if you know the rules. In this case, they're testing the rule that has to do with like exponents multiplying with other exponents. So I'm just gonna write that here. You're gonna take these two coefficients and what you're gonna do with these coefficients is that you're gonna multiply these coefficients. So 5 times 4 is gonna be 20. Then the next step here, I'll write the answers here. So this is going to be our answer. We're going to put that 20 there. Our next step is going to be to take the exponents. So we're going to take the exponents, and instead of multiplying it like we did with the coefficients, this is where the exponent rule kicks in. We're going to take 4 and we're going to add it with 3. Okay. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So in the answer, we're going to bring down that exponent and just put 7 right there. So our answer ends up becoming D. All right, here we have a pretty simple geometry question. In the figure below, line AB is congruent with line BC. So what that means is that they're the same length. So here AB and BC are the same length. And line AE intersects with line BC at C. So this is point C. AE intersects with line BF. So yeah. So what is the measure of angle B? So this is angle B right here. We don't know what it is. That's what we're trying to find out. So in geometry, whenever we have two lines intersecting right here, and we're given one of the angles right here, the angle that's right to the opposite of this, so in this case, this angle right here is gonna be the same value as this angle right here. So these two angles are actually congruent. Because line AB and line BC are congruent, we call this an isosceles triangle, and that would mean that this angle right here is congruent with this angle right there. So this angle is also 52 degrees. And now, since we have to figure out what the angle of B is, we can just take the total degrees of triangle, and every single triangle has their angles adding up to 180 degrees. That's just geometry. Squares have 360, triangles have 180. So we're just going to take 180 degrees and subtract it by the two angles that we do already have to get our last angle. And you can just put this into the calculator. And I'm going to be left with the measure of angle B being 76 degrees. There you go. This is a vector problem, and this one is actually one of the simpler vector problems. Vectors aren't too difficult, but they can be, especially if they go into physics. Given that U and V, which are vectors, such that U equals -5, -3, and B equals 5 and -7, what is the component form of vector U plus V? So we're going to have U, vector U, -5 and -3. Then we're going to have vector V, which is going to be 5 and -7. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. And the problem asks us to add these up and figure out what the component form of vector U plus V is. Don't know what's happening with the computer at all. This is actually really simple. What we're going to do is going to take these two parts of the component and add those together. So -5 plus 5 is just 0. And then we're going to add -3 with -7. So -3 plus -7 becomes -10. So this is our answer actually right here. Okay, so a function f of x is defined as f of x equals -5x squared plus 4x minus 13. What is 5 of -5? Whenever we're given this type of problem and they give f of x and then tell you to find f of this number right here, all you have to do is rewrite this formula, except every single time you see an x, you're going to put whatever numbers in this parentheses. So in this case, since the number in the parentheses is -5, we're just going to have this be -5 squared plus 4 times -5 minus 13. And so now we just simplify. So -5 times, well, -5 squared becomes positive 25 plus 4 times -5, that's just -20 minus 13. And at this point, I'll probably just put it in the calculator. So -5 times 25 minus 20 minus 13. So I got my answer to be -158. Okay, cool. All right, so that was 5 questions, I believe. And so that's all I have for this video right here. I will be recording a second portion, probably with more harder stuff, so 5 more questions with more geometry and I guess algebra 2 based questions. So if that's something you're interested in, then definitely go check it out when I post it. Okay. Thanks for watching.